Most men spend their entire lives fighting uphill through the trenches. And let's be honest, we all look up to guys who have mad momentum and flow in their lives. Everything they do seems to just be effortless. And you know what? Maybe you've had periods of your life where you've fallen into such momentum and flow that everything feels easy. There is no friction to starting your work. There is no friction to going to the gym. I'm gonna be totally honest with you guys now. For the last year, I've really struggled to find any sort of momentum or flow in terms of my work, which is this. Turning my camera on and reaching my hand down into the trenches to lift young men up with me, helping them with their mental health, their fitness, their relationships, their holistic self-development. I've been making videos for the sake of making videos, and it's not been effortless for me. Over the last few weeks, I've really got into the swing of things now. I can turn my camera on and just effortlessly speak. I have insane momentum and insane flow right now. And it's something I've been thinking about because this has been probably my biggest pain point in the last year. How the hell do I gain that level of momentum? How do I make this stop feeling so difficult and sluggish? I wake up and I have brain fog. I don't have that mental clarity. And you do really well to listen to this video because maybe right now you don't have clear alignment, clear momentum. So I'm just going to give you some very practical, no bullshit advice now, okay? And I'm going to be very honest as well. For the longest time, I've been told how I should do things. You understand? For example, Sam, you're running a business, therefore you have to have an email marketing list, you have to have funnels, you have to have X amount of sales pages, you have to run Twitter accounts like this, Instagram stories. I've been told how to do shit, and that's all well and good, but the problem with that is, the more time I've spent thinking about stuff like that, the less time I've spent doing the thing which I innately enjoy, and the reason I do this, and that is literally just being on camera, making actual valuable content rather than content which is geared towards trying to get me a particular result. Because if I'm thinking about money, sales, oh, I've got to make a funnel, I've got to do this and that, I have to do Instagram stories, which is designed to get people to message me so I can sell them on my products. That's also going to bleed into how I behave on camera as well. Trying to weirdly squeeze in sales tactics while also talking about the things which I'm passionate about. And then this leads me to ask the question, why do so many people put so much emphasis on the sales side of things, the marketing, the funnels? And to me, the answer is now very clear. Because my product actually, at this point, pretty much sells itself. I'm not saying that I do no sales tactics and antics and things like that, but I'm not like constantly on when it comes to sales. I'm sure you guys can relate to this. You guys watch other YouTube creators as well, maybe you're on Instagram and stuff. You see these guys who are just constantly selling, constantly there's a new sales antic on their Instagram story. You have 24 hours, use this coupon code. It seems like their focus is to sell over actually produce good value, aka content. And this is when a flip switched in my brain and I realized I could make a choice right now, okay? And this is a choice that I made 9 months ago. And it's not a choice that I actually made consciously, it's just a feeling I had, a gut feeling, right? I could spend these next 9 months focusing on trying to convince people that I'm valuable and that I have value to give, or I could literally just focus on giving as much value as I possibly could through my content. And that's naturally going to translate to people wanting to buy my stuff anyway if I was money oriented, which to a certain extent, of course I am. I want to be able to provide for myself and my family. And I think earning money is a very important pillar of your development, and it's a trench that is definitely worth fighting in. But there's earning money and then there's just straight up fucking greed. And I find that a lot of content creators, they get very fucking greedy. Their focus is to put in as little as possible, but take out as much as possible. And 9 months ago, I decided I'm not gonna do that. I'm actually gonna flip it around. I'm gonna focus on trying to refine my message and my content strategy as much as I can and make it genuinely as valuable as possible and to change people's lives through the work I do. And with that, the results I want is inevitable anyway. I want to make a comfortable amount of money, and I want to genuinely have a positive impact on people. And to do that, I've literally got to step away from the marketing strategies and put way less focus on that, because I really do believe that you can focus on like one thing at a time and just completely nail that. And maybe you go through seasons, maybe you go through a season of like optimizing your content, and then you go through a season of, you know, optimizing your sales. But I really believe you can only do one of those at a time. And most guys, they jump straight into the trying to optimize sales and get as much money as they possibly can, before actually getting into alignment with what they're actually trying to put out there into the world to provide value. And then they spend all of their time on the internet trying to convince people that it's worth buying into. My point is, guys, I am now in a state of momentum and flow because I decided to focus on what I innately enjoy and why I am genuinely doing this. I love being in front of camera, and being in front of camera isn't as easy as it might sound. I've focused so much in the last 9 months to a year on trying to refine my messaging and deep diving into my own traumas, my own stories, my own ideas and how my brain works, so that I can better convey them on camera so that you guys can learn from my mistakes and you too can also escape the trenches, because I've had such an incredible transformation as a man. And I see a lot of my brothers still battling in those same trenches. And helping those guys goes far beyond just trying to sell them a product or a service. And frankly, if you genuinely believe in your product, you don't have to spend 24 hours a day trying to fucking convince people of that. I'm not saying all sales and all marketing stuff is bad. It's certainly not. I'm speaking to the mindset shift of having a major focus on it versus providing value first. Most content creators on this platform focus on sales first. And you know what? Maybe that's what they innately enjoy. Maybe they enjoy selling. They enjoy the marketing side of things. I don't. That is not how I get into a flow state. That is not how I gain my momentum. I gain my flow and my momentum through making videos. And actually enjoying what you do is far more important than anything else. It's gonna make you much more happier. I have a list of non-negotiables that I have to do every single day. And on my non-negotiables, I had write emails. I have to write a certain amount of emails, and every time I sat down to do this, it's like, here we go. Doing 5 emails in a row, which is genuinely like valuable, is quite difficult. So I ended up just getting quite lazy with it, and then I just realized, like, why the fuck am I doing this? Why do I have to do 5 emails? I actually fucking don't. I could replace that with instead making more content, which is what I enjoy and it's what I'm best at, and it's what's also going to get the most results for the people who are watching this and for the people who are a part of my movement. So honestly, if your innate desires and what you enjoy is like sales and stuff like that, cool, but it's not for me. And to put this all together for you, don't allow external variables, people, to tell you how you should do shit. Because we all have very different innate desires and things that we enjoy. And quite frankly, the more time that you spend doing what you enjoy, the more time that you're gonna be in flow and the more momentum you're going to get. As soon as I let go of trying to do all the sales shit and trying to just do too much, honestly, there's more things as well, but I've now picked up a level of momentum and I've never been more aligned with my purpose, and I'm so happy. And not only that, my sales haven't even declined. So doing all that shit was literally just a complete waste of time. And I was only doing it because I allowed external variables to plague my way of thinking. Sam, you have to do this. You have to post the Instagram reel every day. You have to do these types of stories because otherwise people won't buy your shit. You have to write out these emails with the same copy-paste scripts. It's just lame. It's just lame. And quite frankly, the more that you adhere to these autistic guidelines, the more you're going to become unaligned with your purpose. And I repeat, purpose is when we are most aligned and we are most in flow, and you're going to gain so much momentum the more time you spend in flow. My videos now are completely effortless. And check this out. Look at this guy. I had to put so much conscious effort into scripting this video. And just look at me. I'm not animated at all. I'm just reading from a fucking script. And the value that I'm giving is just way worse than what I'm able to do now. I'm in alignment with my vision and my movement. That's the difference. And we all want to be competitive. As men, we have to be competitive. We have to use our competitiveness to win, to get what we want. This is the difference between being competitive and not being competitive. You have to choose what you're going to be competitive at. I can be competitive 100% at content. Content should have, for that reason, my absolute 100% focus. Think of it this way. You guys know when you're really passionate about a topic in school, like you fucking love art. You absolutely love art, man. So you take art class, but then most of the time you find that the fun that you found in art is just sucked away, because in art class they make you do all of this other bullshit which doesn't matter. You just want to sit down and draw. You want to just sit down and paint. But they make you fucking annotate pieces of art and interpret it in like fucking 6-page essays. And by the end of the course, it's not even fucking fun to you anymore. And you're never in a flow state. You're not in your class in flow. You're just bored. It's the exact same shit here. The more time you spend doing shit outside of your innate desire, it will just suck the fun out of it. And when you're not having fun, you're not in flow. When I was super consciously thinking about how I can make a video, but also try and get as many sales as I can, I would script the videos word for word and I would fucking perform them on camera. Now I literally just write some bullet points and just spit game. And I talk for way longer as well. My other videos, you might have noticed my videos are getting longer and longer and longer. And that's because I can just effortlessly spit game constantly, boom, boom, boom. I came up with that art class analogy literally on the spot just now. Before, that would have literally been a fucking deep work block for me. Script this video, takes 2 hours. That is the difference. And honestly, I really believe the content that I'm putting out is far more valuable than what these low effort funnel Andys are putting out now, who are just totally focused on trying to print as much money as possible from their audience. And let me say this for the funnel Andys who are perhaps watching this. And to be honest, just for the guys who want to make money, and there's nothing wrong with that. I like to make money too. So this is for you boys now. Everyone online is telling you, if you want to make money, then you have to do this, this, this. You have to send fucking 16,000 emails a day and so on and so forth. Let me put it this way. If you focus instead on just becoming genuinely valuable, rather than trying to convince people that you're genuinely valuable, then you'll never have to sell again in your entire fucking life. And that's actually the premise of my academy as well. I teach the guys in there how to literally create an ecosystem for themselves, which brings clients to their door so they actually approach them and they want to work with them. They want to give them money in return of their video editing, rather than just constantly chasing clients, because that is not sustainable. You don't want to be constantly hard selling as an editor, doing 1 million outreach a day, when the reality is you wanted to be a video editor because you like being on your PC, you're a bit of an introvert, you want to make some fucking money, and you like getting creative. You like making cool shit and getting paid for making cool shit. You're not getting paid for doing cool shit and getting creative when you're sending emails. So I do put a lot of emphasis inside of my academy to set up that ecosystem so that you don't have to continually run on that hamster wheel. So now we know that actually to get momentum and to get into flow, we have to do more of what we actually innately desire and what we're good at and what we like doing. Right now, I'm in a total flow state. Nothing even exists outside of this camera lens, and that is such a good feeling. I feel incredible right now. And you guys have probably experienced this at times too. You're doing something and time just goes, it's gone, because you're just having such a good time. So you've returned to monkey and you're doing more of what you like. Good, that's step one. But what if you don't know what you like? Or what if doing what you like still feels hard for some reason? This brings us into another trench which we're all fighting in. We're all at absolute war in this trench right now. Because frankly, no matter how awesome our innate desires are, how much fun I have being on camera, it doesn't stand a chance winning against the biggest modern day addiction. And I'm not talking about heroin, I'm not talking about I'm talking about the most accessible addiction we all have, our fucking phones. You right now watching this video might have literally looked at your phone multiple times. Maybe you're scrolling on Instagram, maybe you've got Twitter open on a different tab. We are all slaves to our phone, honestly. And if you want to know how much of a slave you are to your phone, I really suggest downloading this app which I got called ClearSpace. I'm not affiliated, I'm not sponsored, I'm not gaining anything for this. I just want to help you. Basically, you assign apps to ClearSpace, and whenever you try to open that app, it makes you do a 15-second breathing exercise and then asks you to confirm whether you actually want to go on the app. And getting that app was such a game changer for me because it made me realize how fucking addicted to Instagram I actually am, specifically Instagram. And it's so obvious to me now, but of course you can't find a sense of higher purpose and you can't feel like you're in alignment and in flow when your brain is constantly hijacked by Instagram. Watching this video right now, be honest. Have you opened Instagram? Have you opened up a different tab? Or have you just been able to pay attention to this video? The chances are probably not. You're probably fucking multitasking. Hopefully you're doing something semi-productive, but most of the time it's probably just bullshit, man. And it might not seem like a big deal, but your attention is hijacked. Your brain can't even begin to think beyond whatever bullshit you've just exposed yourself to. And it is all bullshit. Every single time you open Instagram without a clear purpose in mind, because I'm not telling you to delete Instagram. I think Instagram's very important. But it's the times where you open it, literally just fucking AFK. You don't even know why you're opening it. Every time you open it like that, I want you to imagine this guy putting a dog collar on you and taking you for a walk. Because this guy's fucking you, bro. He's designed this app to meticulously fucking hijack your brain. Use your weaknesses within your human brain against you. And you keep coming back for more. Most people aren't even conscious of this fact. So if you're watching this video, you're actually a step ahead of most people because most people are gonna get really fucking triggered and defensive when I say shit like this. They're like fucking Instagram defenders. Like they'll fucking die defending Mark Zuckerberg and their doom scrolling of reels. Oh bro, Sam, it's productive, man. I learned about muscle protein synthesis from the reels and whatever, bro. I can't remember the last time I learned anything from a fucking reel. It's just mental masturbation. And then it's also just lifestyle posturing constantly as well. I've honestly fucking muted most people on Instagram. It's the same copy paste shit over and over and over again. And it's so boring, but it's not only boring, it's actually lazy as fuck as well. Once again, it's the type of people who are trying to put in as little as possible but take out as much as possible. It's super lame to me. And it's so clear to me now that I've had this mindset shift, how fucking lazy and obnoxious it is. Just opening the app and seeing a guy flexing how fucking supposedly awesome he is. Like, oh, look at me, I've got a fucking Rolex, bro. Oh, look at me, woo, yeah. I've got fucking bitches on my dick, yeah. Gay. Why are you fucking exposing yourself to that? Do you not think that has a lasting effect on your brain? Of course it does. Every single time you open this app and you see garbage like this, it's contributing to your decision fatigue, your brain fog, your FOMO, fear of missing out. And then every time you see an Instagram notification, oh yes, I am worthy of love, thank God for that. I was fucking beginning to question if I was worthy of love, but now that Susan's liked my post, I suppose I am worthy of love. This shit's fucking your brain. And once again, every time you allow that to affect you, the Zuck is literally fucking taking you for a walk on a leash like a bitch. I want you to imagine that. I know that's quite abrasive, but maybe that will fucking get through to you. I do want to sort of attack your ego weirdly with this. I do want you to imagine being fucking walked like a dog whenever you allow yourself to fall into this trap, because with that, hopefully you actually stop allowing it to happen. If I were you, I would, one, do a fucking cleanse on my Instagram, mute, unfollow, get rid of all the guys who are just posting all this copy paste garbage, just super lazy content, the lifestyle posturing stuff, just this hedonistic garbage. Like, you don't want that hijacking your brain, because eventually the technologies that you're using are going to shape how your subconscious mind thinks. You want guys who are pushing positive messages. You don't want guys who are pushing you towards an unfulfilling lifestyle which doesn't align with you. Do a deep cleanse on your Instagram and then start to become more conscious of how you use Instagram. Again, the ClearSpace app will really help with this. You're never going to find a sense of momentum or flow if you continue to allow your brain to get hijacked, if you continue to get walked by Mr. Zuck. And that's it. Genuinely, that's it. That is how you find momentum and flow. Logistically, it's that simple, but it is also hard at the same time to go against what all of these other guys are telling you to do. Sam, you need to do emails and the shuttles and the sales and all this shit. And it is also hard to detach yourself from the result that you want and to just attach yourself to providing as much value as possible. And it is a slower pathway. While you could hard sell right now and earn more money, you're going to be doing that for the rest of your fucking life. Or you could focus on finding a purpose and building something which is genuinely valuable to people, and then you'll never have to sell ever again in your fucking life. That's a choice you can make. And sometimes it is a harder choice to make. Sometimes it is easier to just open Instagram and go fucking AFK. But you're here because you want more than that. And I fucking love that about you, bro. And you would make a fucking excellent member of our movement. Because just like you, I'm fighting in the exact same fucking trenches. Maybe I'm a few steps ahead, maybe you're a few steps ahead, but I'm just here passing off what I know. I'm reaching my hand down into the trenches and I'm picking up my fucking brothers who are still struggling. That's my purpose. And that makes me feel so fucking happy. So it'd be a pleasure to have you as well, man. You can join our Discord, that's where everything's happening. And if you want to learn how to make money online from the comfort of your bedroom or traveling the world with your laptop, I teach over 500 guys how to do exactly that through video editing. And as you can see on the screen, we are getting excellent results inside of my academy, like really. You could be next. Take care, boys.